Sridhar's covered everything. Thank you very much, Mr. Toastmaster. No. What we'd like to talk about tonight is something a little bit more specific related to soccer. Every 4 years, the soccer community around the world gets together in a specified country, pre-selected, and the best national football team is determined. This year, it's in South Africa, and every country has their own trademark. Now, if you're going through the television set channels and you hear something like this, you've got a World Cup soccer game watching. That's the sound of the kazoo, and that's what the South African community uses as a method to make noise during games. Each team has 11 players on the field, and each of them, most of them, run approximately 3 to 5 miles in any given 90-minute game. Now, as a kid learning about soccer, I figured out that there's one guy on the field that doesn't run 3 to 5 miles in every game. That's the goalkeeper. And there's some good things and some bad things about being a goalkeeper. Typically, in many cases, you end up being either the hero or the GOAT in a game. Defending a goal that's 24 feet wide, 8 feet high, is very difficult, and any mistake in front of that goal is typically catastrophic. So, for example, from this wall to this wall is about 24 feet, and up to the top of the cherry, that's about 8 foot. Tonight I'd like to share a specific element of goalkeeping, and that's the penalty kick. That's a situation where the goalkeeper stands on the line, and David Bond is in a position to take a shot or blast the ball as hard as he can with no interruption in this 24-foot wide goal. I remember when I was a kid, British soccer coach came up to me and said, "Billy, here's what I want you to do. Stand on this line." Stand on this line. Here's the rules. Penalty kick. You cannot move until the ball is struck. You got to defend this whole goal. Okay? And the kicker is right where David Bond is. Very close. Now, this situation, the penalty kick, is a win-win for a goalkeeper. So figure that out. The goalkeeper's not expected to save the shot. And if the shot is saved, it's a hero. If it goes in, it's supposed to score anyway. Knowing this is virtually impossible, I tried to come up with some tactics and approaches on how to make a save. There's 3 elements. Psychological, pure luck, and some skill. Well, psychological, the approach with using a psychological method is to try to get into the shooter's mind before the shot's taken. So, for example, as he's approaching the mark, I would run out there and do snow angels on top of this penalty spot. Some goalkeepers grab little objects, wave them around, and others just simply stand right in the center of the goal, look straight at the player, and try and stare him down. There's all types of methods. Pure luck. Now, this method can work and has worked. Stand on the line. Player approaches. Right before he strikes the ball, take one step and fly. Hopefully the ball hits you. And in some cases, it does. It's amazing. It's a little bit embarrassing to do that when the ball goes the other way, though. let's get down to skill. And this is where, and this is what we'll see if we watch a shootout or a penalty kick in the World Cup over the next few weeks. The goalkeepers are going to be approaching their line. They'll look at their coaches, and they'll also look at their teammates. They gather information through scouting reports, and they also know where these guys go. So, goalkeeper will look over at the bench, coach might signal him. That'll be a right-footed, typically a right-footed indication. So the goalkeeper, he's got inside information. He knows where that particular player has gone in the past. So it increases the odds skill. Next, if the goalkeeper has cat-like skill, brilliant vision, he'll use the following. As the player approaches, goalkeeper watches shoulders and his hips. The ball will go perpendicular to the hips and the shoulders. Also, right at the split second before the player strikes the ball, the goalkeeper will look for the laces on the shoe or the inside of the shoe. This means across the body, laces means an unnatural kick or to the right of the body. In a nutshell, you got psychological, you got pure luck, and you got skill. We'll see it, skill. And now that we've had this little training session on penalty kicks, if you get a call from the U.S. national team in South Africa, background noise like this, and they need a goalkeeper for a penalty kick shootout, you will know what to do. Thank you very much.